The Forever Game. I'm not sharing this experience so people can go out and play this for fun. This is to warn those who find themselves stuck in this hellish nightmare of a game. It happens more often than you'd think, but people can be ignorant. Don't go searching to play this game. I've made a list of what to do if you find yourself in a situation where you are playing this game. This is a warning, not an invitation. To make things clear, the actual purpose of this game is to drive you to insanity. I have yet to come across anyone who's escaped this game, except me, of course. That's how I know everything I know. It's almost impossible, but it can happen. Here are some situations that might just prove you've gotten into the Forever Game. If you somehow come across a tape named The Forever Game, leave it alone. Bury it or hide it somewhere safe. Absolutely don't burn it or you will start the game. If you come across a board game called Forever Game, don't open the box. Hide it or bury it. Once again, don't destroy it or burn it. And lastly, if you come across a book named Forever Game, don't open it. Hide it so no one will find it. If you have already opened one of those, then you've fucked up. At this point, consider yourself dead. Either way, here are some steps that might be able to help you. Step 1. You will know you are in the game once everyone seems to vanish off the planet. You will be alone. Don't panic, sit down, and constantly remind yourself of your name and where you live. Step 2. Walk to the nearest store and grab water and food. You will need this for the following steps. Gather enough supplies and remember to always recite your name and where you live. Step 3. Conserve food and water and don't look at anyone else you may come in contact with. Act like they don't exist and keep walking. Tell yourself they aren't real and remember your name and address. Step 4. Make sure you are walking north. Walking north will lead you to the next step. Once again, don't talk to others and remember your name and address. You never want to forget who you are. If you do, then you will be stuck there forever. Step 5. Keep trying to find more food and water. Once you have reached the point, you will know. You will see people there in a circle. Ignore it and look towards the ground. They will move and you will be able to access the next step. Keep reminding yourself of your name and address. Step 6. This is where most people fail, so pay close attention. They will form a circle around you. Keep your head towards the ground and close your eyes. Count to about 10 seconds. You will feel a very cold breeze, and when you look up, the people will be gone. They will leave you a note. The note varies depending on who is hosting the game. Read the note out loud, and it will lead you to your next point. Always remember your name and address. Step 7. Once you've reached your next point, pick up whatever they left you. This also depends on who is hosting the game, but keep whatever they leave for you. Remember your name and address. Step 8. Start walking back to where you started this mess. This sometimes can take a while depending on how far out you walked. Try not to sleep a bunch, and always remember your name and address. Step 9. When you have returned to the origin, whether it was a tape, book, or a board game, set whatever they had left you down in sight. For the book, open it and set the contents inside. Same thing for the board game. For the tape, they will always give you another tape. Watch the tape they provided you. Remember your name and address. Step 10. You will allegedly pass out and not remember much. Recite your name and address a few times and take everything out of the box or book or remove the tape and set it aside. You will now find yourself in a different room. People will be watching you. Pretend they aren't and keep going. Once again, they will move when you walk towards them. There will be a hallway, and now you can look up. The temperature will significantly decrease. This part may end up killing you if you aren't well prepared. Walk through the hallway. It will take a while, and don't look at anyone else there. Don't listen to the whispers, and remember your name and address. Step 11. Now you will find yourself in another room. There will be very bright lights. Then again, you will pass out and wake up in that room. People will be standing there. Ignore them. The room will either be extremely hot or extremely cold. Ignore the people tugging on you, scratching on the walls, whispering. Most people will fail here too. They tend to use voices of people you know. Remember your name and your address. Don't let the voices get to you. Step 12. Congratulations! You've made it to the last step. This one, of course, is the hardest of all. Seems easy, but when you are put into the actual game, you will find how it's not easy. If you see people this time, it's okay to look. There will be people impersonating those you know and love. They aren't real people though. They just want to get in your head. Ignore them. It can be really hard. They might try to shoot your wife or cut open your dad. Remind yourself of who you are and address. Also, one last thing. Remind yourself of what you desire the most. If you make it through the entire game, you will be rewarded. Keep that in mind. They will be listening. That's why people intentionally seek out and play this game. They want fortune or seek a romantic partner. If you've made it out, you will be back where you started. Take whatever it is that got you stuck in that situation and bury it or hide it. Never destroy it or you will start the game again. If you made it out alive, congratulations. You will receive your biggest desires in life. I advise you all to not go seeking this game. It's a fucked up game, and most people don't make it out alive. Lastly, this was a warning, not an invitation.